This is Gagan Girotra, IIT Roorkee class of 2000, and I am Calcutta class of 2005.
Now let's look at what happens when we increase or decrease a number by a certain percentage. Now let's start with a number 100. Yeah, let's say we increase 100 by 10%. Right, so what happens is that we increase 100 by 10%. Now 10% of 100 is 10 only, right? So the number becomes 110% of 100, which is 110. Right, now the question is, if let's say I've increased an entity by 10%, what happens if I reduce the resultant entity, reduce the result by 10%? Right, so I know that reducing any entity by 10% means making it 90%. So my answer is going to be, so from 110, when I reduce by 10%, right, it becomes 90%, 90% of 110, which is 99 and not 100, right? So what has happened is that we start with 100, we increase this by 10%. Now the result, when we reduce by 10%, we do not end up at the same number, right? Let's see what happens for 20%. Let's start with 100, increase 100 by 20%, it becomes 120, right? But if we reduce 120 by 20%, right, it becomes 80% of 120, 80% of 120, and which becomes 96 and not 100, right? So the point here is that if you increase something by a certain percentage, this is the base in this computation, right? So this is the base for the first computation, right? However, now that the entity has increased, right, now the new base is also larger, right? So 20% of 120 is actually 24, right? So this is the base of second computation, right? Therefore, we do not end up, despite the percentages being the same, we do not end up from the same number that we start with, right? So this thing will also, this 96 and this 99 will be the answer if let's say I reduce something first and then increase, right? So let's compare this with a situation where I reduced 100, reduce by 10%, and I get 90, right? Now when I increase 90 by 10%, right, now this is a smaller base and 10% of 90 is 9, right, I get 99. So it's important to note that you increase something first and then reduce by the same percentage will give you the same answer as when you reduce something first and then increase, right? Now the whole point of this is very simple. Increase by 10% followed by a reduction by 10%, right, is taking the original amount, right, and increasing by 10% means multiplying it by 110%, right, and then reducing by 10% means multiplying this result by 90%, right? However, if I change the sequence, now if I reduce by 10% and the result I increase by 10%, my original amount gets 90% of the original because I've reduced it by 10% and multiplied by 110% because of the increase by 10%. So essentially this computation and this computation are not different, they are exactly same, right? It's just the order of my computation, my multiplication, which has changed, right? So it doesn't matter whether you reduce something by a certain amount and then increase the result, or whether you increase something first and then reduce, it doesn't matter. Now let's come back to the problem of what happens if, let's say, we increased 100 by a certain percentage, right? And we want to come back to 100 only. Now, if let's say I increase 100 by 50%, right? In this case, what happens is that my result becomes 150, right? Now, if I want to come back to 100, I must reduce by a percentage which is different than 50, right? So let's call it X percent. Let's say we are going to reduce 150 by X percent to reach 100. Now, this X percent can be computed as follows. So X percent is going to be the difference that I want to come back, which is, and I put a negative sign here already. So I'm not going to do 100 minus 150. I'm just going to do a 150 minus 100. So 150 minus 100, this is the difference that I want to come back. However, the new base is 150, and multiply this by 100%, right? Now this becomes 50 into 100% upon 150, which is equal to 33 1 by 3%, right? So you notice that to start from a base, to go somewhere, and to come back, the percentages are different. So I increase something by 50%, but I reduce that result by 33 1 by 3% to come back to 100%. Now how do we compute this? Now computing this is fairly straightforward. Now the formula for computing this, right, this new percentage by which I must decrease the new quantity is as follows. So what I'll do is I'll just use, you notice that this is the increase, let's say, was let's call it y percent, right? So if the increase was y percent, let me just get rid of this. So if the increase was y percent, right, then my resultant percentage reduction will be y percent divided by 100 plus y into 100%, right? Actually, I don't need this y percentage here because I'm putting in 100 later. So this becomes, my resultant change becomes y divided by 100 plus y into 100%, because this y symbolizes the change and 100 plus y becomes the new base that I must use. So if I were to calculate for this example, my resultant change percentage would be, I increased 50% previously, then the new base has become 100 plus 50 times 100%, which gives us 50 upon 150, 33 1 by 3%, right? So this is the formula that we are going to use to calculate the percentage change to come back to the original point, the original starting point. Now there could be a situation where we have reduced the original amount, right? So in this situation we have increased the original amount. Now let's, in this situation, reduce the original amount, let's say by y percent, right? Now in this case, of course, the change, to come back after a reduction, the resultant, right, the difference is still going to be y, right, because I've come back y percent. So the difference that I must compute now is going to be y. However, the base, like last time, it had increased by 50. This time the base will reduce by y percent, right? So the base now becomes 100 minus y into 100%, right? So if, let's say, we'll take an example. If we had started from 100, right, and we reduce 100 by 50%, right, we arrive at 50, right? Now by how much should I increase this to arrive back at 100? My answer is going to be 50 divided by 100 minus 50 into 100%, right, which is equal to 100%. That means I must increase 50 by 100% to come back to the original number 100.
Thanks for watching the video. You can give your feedback in the comments section below. Please click the like button if you thought the video was helpful. For lesson updates, you may subscribe to my YouTube channel People Plus, or you may read my blogs at peopleprep.com, or you can directly connect to us through our Facebook page @PeoplePlus, or you can email to me at gagan@peopleplus.com. Thank you.